What's up, hoodies? Okay. So I'm watching a video from BuzzFeed Multiplayer. And the video I'm watching right now is called The Creepy Real Life Men in Black. And lo and behold, one of my hometowns is in it. Toledo, Ohio. Second slide in. It's in it. I gotta watch this. This just sucked me in all more after I heard Toledo, Ohio. And some guy running into a UFO. I'm like, what the fuck? So, it's a 9-minute, 10-second video. It were a reaction video. I've been watching a lot of BuzzFeed videos, but we're going to rewind it to the beginning. Because I'm only a minute and a half in. This is a 9-minute video.
I'm Ryan, that's Brent. This week on BuzzFeed Unsolved, we're covering the real-life Men in Black. Are they real? Are they as charming as their Hollywood counterparts?
You know, watching Men in Black, I never knew it was based on a true story.
Today we find out.
Maybe that's...
Black are typically described as wearing black
Maybe I
suits,
get...
being expressionless, cold,
What's...
sinister, and in some cases inhuman.
What's the mineralizer or... God, what is it called? Okay. I can't remember the flashy thingy in Men in Black. With Eminem and Tommy Lee Jones. I can't. I want to say mineralizer, but I don't think it's that. I just remember, oh, when am I going to get my own flashy thingy from Will Smith? Which, they just came out with a Men in Black International, I think, with Channing Tatum. Maybe? Can't remember exactly who was in that. I haven't watched it because I knew it was supposed to be Men in Black and 21 Jump Street originally. And that's my roommate. I'm glad that I know my roommate's home because then it's not a ghost. But let's watch this video on the original Men in Black and how it came to be my hometown. I originally considered I'm from Napoleon, Ohio. But I spent most of my life between Napoleon and Toledo. Going back and forth. Dad lived in Toledo. Mom lived in Napoleon. Dad worked in Napoleon. Mom worked in Toledo. So it was always back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Watch this. Let's watch this Toledo part of this investigation into the Men in Black.
The Men in Black seem to only talk to two kinds of people. Those who claim to have seen a UFO and those who research UFOs. They present themselves as part of a secret organization, sometimes even producing a white card with a crest and the word security on it. And in some cases, they refer to each other by number rather than name. They threaten and scare people into remaining silent about their UFO encounters and or research. Think of them as the cleaners of the extraterrestrial universe.
How much black do they actually wear? Do they look like the Men in Black that we see in the movies?
We'll get into what they really look like later.
Once they pull apart their skin and then an alien comes out.
Now that you know the basics, here are, in my opinion, the most terrifying reports of encounters with the Men in Black. The first ever recorded experience with the Men in Black came from Harold Dahl in June 1947. Harold Dahl was out on his boat in the Puget Sound where he claimed he saw 6 giant donut-shaped objects in the sky. One of the objects fell apart, spilling debris that killed his dog and injured his son. He took photos of the debris, but said they were later fogged over by a man in black who told him not to speak of the incident.
They had donuts in 1947? How old are donuts?
What?
He said he saw donut-shaped objects in the sky.
That's what you were thinking of when I was telling you the story. His fucking dog died.
Yeah.
Okay. The next incident comes from Robert Richardson in 1967.
Robert Richardson from Toledo, Ohio, 1967. And this is why I immediately stopped it. And I was like, I gotta record this. Might have some significance to some people I might know in life. Yeah, in person. At least it's something that I might be able to bring up in public because nobody knows about it. I hate my beard. I hate my mustache. I get it. I think it's time to chop it all off again. None of y'all have seen me without it. As a matter of fact, I think it's time to chop it all off again. But it's a little too cold. But I still haven't heard this Robert Thomas part. Yeah, I gotta hear it, but I'm getting annoyed seeing this constantly. There we go. Back to the video. I know, I gotta get a tripod or something to hold my phone up.
Richardson reported that he collided with a UFO while driving at night in Toledo, Ohio. On impact, the object vanished. Richardson took home a small lump of metal that he believed was from the UFO. A week later, Richardson said he was visited by two men in black suits. He said the two men asked for the piece of metal from the site, but when Richardson informed them that he had turned it over for testing, they threatened him. Quote, "If you want your wife to stay as pretty as she is, you better get the metal back."
What?
Richardson never
What?
Still has no idea.
So, the guy turned the metal in. And then I guess the dude's wife was pretty. He said, if you want your wife to stay as pretty as she is, you better get that metal back. Kind of just reminds me of, oh, God, what's the movie with all the little... Okay, I haven't watched Stranger Things. What's the movie with all the younger kids? I know the movie I'm seeing because he had there was a train wreck and all the alien got free and they were underground and they let them free and God, I can't remember the movie. I mean, I remember it, but I can't remember the name of it. But I remember it specifically. Because I remember there was all of the kids where it was like a 1950s movie or something like that. And all the kids went to a train station and then the train wreck and then the kid's teacher came and warned them about it. I'm trying to think of the movie's name, but I can't think of it, but I know exactly the movie I'm thinking of. Hopefully my eyes can show that I can tell that. Because I'm telling the truth. Maybe, I don't know. We might see. This stuff might get creepy. I'm not, like I said, I'm not doing just reaction music videos. I hope y'all like my robe, by the way. But I'm still trying to find out more about this Toledo guy. This might be my longest video because it's kind of interesting. Because one of the second official time of the Men in Black is in Toledo, Ohio. I've never heard of this before. Some guy colliding with a UFO in the middle of the night. I'm a big UFO guy. I'm a big Area 51 guy, but I ain't heard of this before. So let's get back to it.
Yeah, how they knew about the metal. Why didn't he go to the police? Why did he search on the internet? What do I do?
I think he may have gone to the police. There is no internet, by the way. It's 1967. He probably just searched. However people searched back then. I don't know. Fucking
encyclopedias. Jinx.
The next encounter happened in New Jersey in 1968. Jack Robinson, a UFO researcher, and his wife Mary were terrorized by a man in black that would stand across the street from their apartment building. They reported their apartment appeared to be rummaged through, and after seeing the strange man for 3 days in a row, their friend Timothy Green Beckley decided to get a closer look and managed to snap a picture. This is a rare instance of a reported MIB caught on camera.
How do we know he's actually dressed in black if it's a black and white picture? It could be a dark navy.
Okay. These next encounters I'm going to go over are a little more bizarre and offer much stranger implications. On September 11th, 1976, Dr. Herbert Hopkins, a doctor living in Maine, was studying a UFO incident when he reportedly got a phone call from a man who identified himself as a representative of a New Jersey UFO organization. The man asked if Dr. Hopkins was alone and if they could review research. Dr. Hopkins agreed, and by the time he hung up the phone and turned on the lights outside, Dr. Hopkins claimed the man was somehow already coming up the stairs to his door. Hopkins' description of the man is the most horrifying yet. The man wore a neatly tailored black suit, was bald with no eyebrows or eyelashes, and had smooth, dead white plastic skin like a doll. His lips were ruby red, and his speech was expressionless and monotone as if you were hearing a machine.
Question.
Oh god.
He's pale, really tight fake skin, but the thing they choose to make real is the ruby red lips. They put all their technology into making those lips super realistic, but the rest of the man can't speak normal, and he looks horrible. His face is skin white. What?
The man in black told Hopkins to take out a coin and said, "Watch the coin." After that, Hopkins claims, quote, "It started to develop a silver color instead of copper, and then the silver became bluish, and the penny was getting quite fuzzy, out of focus, blurred, and then it simply was gone. It slowly dematerialized," end quote. After that, Hopkins said the man ordered him to destroy his UFO research.
Encounters like this, if they were real, they would not be this interesting.
If in the off chance this actually happened, how shitty would that be? If you tell a story, no one's gonna believe you first off, and second off, you're gonna look like a crazy person. This next encounter is with someone you probably know. Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd?
January 2002, Dan Aykroyd sold a TV show called Out There to the Sci-Fi Network that would break serious ground on a wide range of topics in the alien media landscape. In the middle of conducting further interviews for the show, Dan stepped outside for a break where he reported seeing a black Ford sedan appear suddenly across the street. Dan reports that one large man in black got out of the car and gave Dan a dirty look. Dan said he looked away for a brief second, and when he turned back, the car was gone. 2 hours after the car disappeared, Dan was given bad news from the producers of the show. Dan said, quote, "We were told we were not to continue taping, and the show was canceled, and none of them would air," end quote.
Why is it not the government? Why is it some weird alien organization coming after them?
If that were to be true, that would mean that the government is in accordance with these aliens already.
So the Men in Black could show up at Obama's desk and be like, "Hey, stop looking for aliens. Yeah, just be human."
But I saved the best encounter for last.
Okay.
On October 14, 2008, near Niagara Falls, hotel manager Shane Sovar, along with a hotel security guard, reported seeing a large triangular UFO outside his hotel. A group called the Aerial Phenomenon Investigations Team looked into the incident. They reported that a couple weeks later, according to 3 other witnesses, 2 unidentified men in black visited the hotel. The men in black terrified the hotel staff and were looking for Shane Sovar and the hotel security guard, who were luckily not there at the time. And when Shane Sovar reviewed the hotel security footage, he discovered that the camera had actually caught 2 men on tape. What we're about to watch is that footage.
No one's gonna die, are they?
No.
Okay. So, before we get back into that, these are legit, like, people that they say are, like, men in black. And, like, they're legit, like, dressed like it right now. I mean, I've had this instance. I wasn't there that day when I worked, so I didn't officially see how they looked. I'm guessing they were FBI agents, but, like, my mustache is driving me crazy. I hate looking at myself in the video. But, at my work, I wasn't there, but, like, I legit heard that guys dressed in black, who I attribute, people said they were the men in black. I attribute that to FBI, because, you know, FBI dresses in black, you know, outfits and everything like that. But I attribute that to the FBI. So, I mean, I don't know if the Men in Black per se exist, but I know FBI agents dressed in all black. But, like, I don't know if that was officially Men in Black. I mean, I know the guy's in prison now. I'm not going to announce what he's in prison for, but let's just say it's not. It's not pretty. We'll say that. I still remember the guy personally. I knew the guy personally, and he's in. I don't know how long he's incarcerated for, but I remember watching it on video, and they said it was Men in Black, who I'm gonna say were probably the FBI. So this is probably the FBI. Not, per se Men in Black. I'm guessing most Men in Black, incidents are probably the Federal Bureau of Investigation, not the Men in Black. We're not gonna zap you and erase your memory, which is how you probably all think of the Men in Black. Will Smith, Tommy Lee Jones. When am I gonna get my what's the word Will Smith said? My flashy thingy? And then Tommy Lee Jones gives him his at the end of the first movie, I believe. I watched the first, second, and third, but I haven't seen the new international one. I believe that has Channing Tatum. I want to watch that one, though. Because it was supposed to be 21 Jump Street guys and Will Smith. But I have to actually watch it. Because I know it actually came out. I didn't realize it came out, but it did actually come out. Men in Black International. I gotta check that out. But let's get back to these last 3 minutes of this Men in Black investigation.
Sovar reported that the witnesses described the men as tall with black suits, black hats, identical faces, extremely pale skin, no eyebrows, no eyelashes, and abnormally large eyes. A woman who spoke with the men claimed that she felt that the men knew what she was thinking. Is this video proof that the MIB exist? Or is this video simply an internet hoax?
Can I be 100% honest?
Yeah.
I'm really trying here. They just look like businessmen.
So you just think there's two abnormally large?
They were abnormally large?
They look...
Oh, look, they look the same. The one pixel, it's so blurry.
Okay, look at this guy right here. The fucking guy standing next to the door.
Okay.
Look at him next to them. Unless he's super tiny.
Are basketball players aliens? Is Kobe? Is your precious Kobe an alien?
I mean, he might be, actually.
Yeah, he might be.
Unfortunately, most cases of UFO or alien encounters come in the form of first-person accounts, and the MIB are no different. Do they exist? Are they from the government? Are they even human? Ultimately, it comes down to what you believe. Me personally, I believe that while they may not be aliens, even I can't believe that, I do believe that there may be a government agency out there that would regulate these sort of things to prevent mass hysteria. I can buy into the fact that the Men in Black may be a real thing, but I cannot give you the satisfaction that they are covering up aliens. There are certain things like ghosts, or aliens, or demons that... Well, no, I'd say if those exist, then that becomes part of the science, and there's an explanation behind those things. See, it's logical. This is where we'll always disagree, because not everything can be explained by science or logic, in my opinion. No!
And that is the end of the creepy real life Men in Black. I don't like making a 20-minute video, but we'll see how it plays in the future. This is my creepy voice, and I am the hood. I don't have my hood tonight, so I'll just have to use this thing that makes me look like I'm back from Jesus' time. I hope y'all have a good night. I'll see you on the next video of the hoodies. Peace be with you.